Good morning, students. As we all know, we are currently in the chapter number 5, that is your rulers and builders. And in this chapter, we are studying and we are looking forward that all the techniques and architecture was used in at that time for building the for construction of that historical buildings. Okay, so in the last chapter we have talked our the layout. We have talked about the layout of one of the temple, that was your Mahadev temple. Okay, now Kandaria Mahadev temple. Now the second temple in which in our NCERT has given to us, that was your Raj Rajeshwara temples. Okay, so there was a term before talking about Raj Rajeshwara temple. There was a term we need to understand, that was your Shikara. What is your Shikara? So Shikara is generally the tallest building or the tallest part of a temple is known as your Shikara. जो मंदिर की सबसे आपका that conical structure which have a tallest height, जिसकी सबसे ज़्यादा height है, that structure. Okay, ये उठा हुआ part will be known as your Shikara. Okay, so there was a, you can say that at that time there was a competition in between the amongst the kings, that who will build the tallest shikara, कौन सबसे बड़ा शिकारा बनाएगा, because these temples were the pride and symbol of pride and wisdom to the king. Okay, जो आपके जो temples थे at that time, the temples were considered as a symbol of pride and wisdom to the patron या kings के pride के symbol से, तो the king by building the tallest shikara or tallest the building doing the construction of a largest temple, the king is generally indirectly or directly showing his pride or his wealth to the other king. So that time temple was not a place of worship, सिर्फ पूजा करने का ही जगह नहीं था, even it was the pride of and the symbol of pride for the king that was ruling at that area, that specific area. So one of the tallest shikara in our India history in India, that was your Raj Rajeshwara temple. The shikara of a Raj Rajeshwara temple has the tallest shikara among all the temples which we know at that time. Okay, and at that previous time. So the question is that how they built that longest or tallest shikara at that time without, when we know that there was no invention of any technology at that time. We don't, without the help of a technology or skills, they built that type of a structure. So it is the question how they build it. Okay, so it is common in our mind that the question will be arise in our mind, how it is that possible, ये कैसे possible हुआ without the help of any technology, like without the help of a crane, how they have built, how they have transferred the heavy loads or heavy stones which have a very large weight to the that shikaras, for building that shikara. उन्होंने कैसे ये weight को transfer किया होगा in that structure for building the shikara. Okay, so you will see that they developed a new technique. Okay, in the Raj Rajeshwara temple, when the Raj Rajeshwara temple was constructing, the construction, or you can say the person, the architect who are building that structure, he developed a new technique, that was he made a inclined path. Okay, like this, that inclined path. Okay, तिरछा बना हुआ path बनाया from a village, that was your Charupalam. Okay, from that village he built a inclined path for you can say that for shifting the heavy loads to this surface. Okay, यहाँ पे top पे for shifting the heavy stones from ground to the top. Okay, so he built a inclined path, तिरछा path बनाया, so that we can build the shikara. Okay, by putting the stones one after one, एक के बाद एक stones रख के, that's how your building will be construct. Okay, तब ये building बनी होगी. So what he do, he make from that that village, it was your village name was your Charupallam, which means it was a Tamil word. In a Hindi meaning you can say village of inclinations. Okay, inclined village we can say that. From that village around the length of that inclined paths, उस तिरछे जो रास्ते की जो length थी around approximately 4 kilometer थी. And after that, so the stones which are approximately 90 tons weight. Okay, एक stones का एक bricks का you can say the weight of a stones was 90 tons. 90 tons के आपके इतने heavy stones थे. And then they eroded them. Okay, they rolled them in that part. आपको क्या करा? Now taking ऐसे सर पे ले जाने से अच्छा they eroded them. ठीक है, they rolled by rolling the process. Okay, by rolling them like this, they situated and they reached in that area. Okay, now after rolling and putting the stones one after one, they built this structure, that shikara. So this is the technique, the invention of an inclined part they used for making that shikara at that time. Okay, so the king at that time, you will feel amazed that the king was as we have discussed that these temples were the symbol of pride for the king. So the king considered themselves that they are the equal of a god. जो आपके जो by constructing these type of temples, the king considered themselves that they are equal to the god. That's why the Rajrajeshwara temple, which was built by the king Rajrajeshwar, he named himself as a name of a god. Okay, उन्होंने अपना नाम भी उन्होंने आपके राजराजेश्वर के अकॉर्डिंगली रखा, अपने गॉड के अकॉर्डिंग रखा, because he considered that he was directly connected with his god. वो अपने गॉड से क्या डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है. And if we worship the Rajrajeshwar, if by worshipping the Rajrajeshwara god, so it can be represented that indirectly you are worshipping your king as well as. Okay, if you are doing the worship of a Rajrajeshwara god, okay, so that means you are doing the by naming himself as his god. So it was represented that indirectly we are worshipping our king as well as. Okay, so that time the conception of concept you can say the naming the king was that they named themselves as their god, because they considered that they are the king, so they are equal to the gods. वो अपने भगवान के ही बराबर है. That's why they are the king. इसीलिए वो राजा है. Okay, so that was your all the history of a temples and architect of a temple. Now come to the another part, that was your mosque. Okay, mosque means your masjid, and which is the symbol, just like the Hindus, the symbol of worship. Okay, the place of worship Hindu in a temple, same way the place of worship for the Muslim person is your mosque. Okay, mosque है. So the mosque, the concept of considering God. Okay, जो आपके जो the king are considering themselves as a god, but in a concept of the god is different in your, you can say that in a Muslim country. Okay, Muslim region, the king is known as sultana. In a Muslim, okay, in a Muslim ruler, the king who is ruling the empire, he is represented as the word, that was your sultan. So apart from Hindu, their ideology is different. Okay, as a Hindus are considering themselves equal to the god, but their ideology for their god is something different from Hindus. They are considered that they are the shadow of God. They are not God himself. जो आपके जो king था, जो सुल्तान था, वो खुद God ना होके, he is the, you can say, the representative of the God. You can say that God has sent him in the earth to rule the empire. Okay, उन्हें ये आपको God के they are not considering himself equal to the God, God के equal नहीं थे, but they considering as a shadow of a God. Shadow means they are the secondary person after the God who is prominent, जो कि famous है, और prominent मतलब खास है. Okay, so the Kuwait al-Islam, there is also their ideology we will find in the there was a mosque whose name was Kuwait al-Islam. Okay, so there was a inscription we found in that mosque, that in which that mosque was built by the Alauddin Khilji. So there were the rulers, or you can say that the person who built this type of who construct this masjid or mosque, he wrote something good for the sultan as well. as क्या लिखा था in his inscription? We will find that Alauddin Khilji is represented as a Solomon. Okay, Solomon, and he is considering as a Solomon because वो आपके क्या है, सबसे अच्छे हैं, सबसे prominent है, as one of the greatest ruler है, and he is very, you can say the dear of a God, वो God के बहुत खास है. That's why he become the king. उनके he possess all the qualities, means they are God choose himself for ruling the empire. उनका कहना था in that inscription, okay, that inscription was in a Persian language, but if we will transfer in a Hindi meaning, so that means that inscription is telling us that God himself chose Alauddin Khilji as a king, because the king is considering as a Solomon, and he possess, means he required all the qualities which is requirement, all the requirement and the qualities which is compulsory for becoming the king. Alauddin Khilji possessed all these qualities, and he was a great lawgivers. Lawgivers means कानून बनाने वाला. So all the good qualities which we consider the king should be possessed, these all qualities are found in the self of, in the soul of Alauddin Khilji. That's why God chose him as his representative. So the concept or the ideology of considering God is different in Hindu and in a Muslim. In a Hindu's Raja and Hindu's king are considering that they are equal to the gods and naming themselves as a God. God के नेम पे ही अपना नाम रख रहे हैं. But in a Muslim you see there the ideology is different, and they are, you can say that they consider themselves that shadow of a God, and God choose him apart among the all the people. God especially choose the person who possess all the quality which should be required for becoming the king. जिसके अंदर जो qualities होंगी God उसको choose करेगा for becoming their Sultan. Okay, so there was the ideology in a Hindu and in a Muslim. Okay, so there was a, in a Persian language there was a famous word, that was your Aab. That Aab, which is meaning of water. So you will find that in a Muslim ideology, okay, in a Muslim ideology the water is very precious. Okay, water को भी precious है. The water, and you can say that all the words like your आबादी, आबाद, which means आबादी, आबाद means flourishing, मतलब growth करना. So they consider that water is the main resources for the flourishing. किसी भी, you can say the growth के लिए water is one of the most important component. आपको पता भी generally. So water, they consider water is a very holy, बहुत ही prominent, आप कह सकते हैं एक नीड थी वाटर की. सो दैट्स व्हाई दे in the future, by looking the future, that if sometime we will face the lack of water, though it is the duty of a sultan to preserve the water for his common peoples. Okay, so एक आपका वाटर इसका बहुत prominent resources था, तो सुल्तान की ड्यूटी थी, it is the duty, or you can say the one of the greatest thing or one of the must the sultan must have to do as a duty, that to build a reservoir, water tanks, reservoir, and you will see that all the so you will see that all the cities which is developed during the Mughal or Muslim Empire was nearby the water. all the cities कहाँ बनी थी, इसीलिए nearby water की बनी थी, because they are considering water as a one of the prominent resources. Okay, So and Iltutmish was very famous in the history. Why? In a Muslim generations में, among the Muslim generation, Iltutmish was one of the most famous king. Why? Because he built a king's reservoir. That was in a Delhi. He built a Hauj-e-Sultani, which is a reservoir, or you can say a very big area where we can store all the water. So that king was Iltutmish was considering one of the, you can say the बहुत ही kindest soul among the Muslim people, because he took look after the need of his people. उसने अपने लोगों की जरूरत को समझा and he built a king reservoir. This reservoir was a very large area in which we can store the water for the future generation. Okay, that's why Iltutmish was famous. So this is all about your temple and mosques. Okay, so I hope you understand this lecture very well. समझ